I didn't know that you was this naive.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Drew. That's a stitched jersey.
It's authentic.
Yeah, that's an authentic jersy. You can look at them and tell. It's easy to see.
No, it's not. But
and the way they fit on like you're supposed to wear pads. No, dead serious, because it's a game
So
jersey.
you couldn't fit a jersey that was meant to have pads on underneath it?
They're tighter.
You were supposed to have a whole extra layer under. You still couldn't fit that?
All right, man. We won't go disclosing sizes, but it was just a couple sizes off.
A couple sizes off?
Come summer, boy, I might cut the sleeves off that motherfucker.
You ain't going to be able to fit that till Kaepernick got another job.
Shout out to Cap, though.
Welcome, people. This is the Game 4 podcast. I'm Lance Woods.
Yo,
Trevor Pitts.
Brixx, what's going on?
I don't have a cool alias like Brixx.
Yeah. What does Brixx stand for? That's the people want to know.
I stand for nothing.
Huh?
I'm just dope, and the streets need me.
All right. The way to bring.
Did you think of that off the top of your head?
It's been after his name for 10 years.
Yeah.
But
nobody ever knew. It's
that was the secret behind the name?
It's always been a mystery. He's dope, and the streets need him, so he calls himself Brixx.
Yeah.
Way to uplift the black people.
Yeah.
So what we this nigga here, boy.
So we was talking about Cal. We might as well
My
get
name
right
is
into
Coke White. Streets need me. I be,
You know what I mean? Because
I be fucking up families and all that.
it started when niggas was
I be
doing
destroying the black community. The government be planting me, dog. And
it was the double entendre when I was doing beats. Shit was dope. Put that shit out.
Okay.
So Brixx would just play on
So there
that.
was some thought into that.
That shit old.
okay.
I never told y'all that?
No,
Nah,
that
man.
was
Shout out Steve Shots. I mean, he know, like when he was in the
Yeah, I
studio.
was probably talking to E. Y'all was in the crates.
You know what I mean? We thought it was from the hoop court. Call it simple. Brixx. Like, yeah, that makes sense.
Or the hat. Yeah, you know, talk about ice after this nigga guard you,
The
boy.
hammer.
Anthony Mason.
That nigga been fouled since we was 12.
Hey, man. What niggas be saying now, the league is too soft?
Some of my worst.
I'm trying to restore the feeling.
Some of my worst fouls are from my own flesh and
See,
blood.
this is the
This
thing.
nigga fucked me up my whole life.
See, this is the thing. Trev.
That voice y'all hear out of frame is Trevor over there. Just
I'm in frame.
I'm pretty big.
Am I good, Jay? I'm lit.
This is the thing. See, I'm pretty big.
come on, man.
And Trev is bigger than me. So if I don't foul him hard, he gonna finish.
Yeah, but you foul everybody that hard.
Facts.
He trying to put it on.
No.
Facts.
He trying to say, nah, he big.
That's the thing,
You
though.
foul babies that hard.
I'm just bigger than everybody else. So niggas don't get that heat.
Babies that hard.
Okay.
I mean, you know.
Hey, man.
And, hey, you come.
The hammer.
The paint ain't for little niggas, man.
Okay. Hey, man, keep
Or for
doing
big
bigger
niggas.
than
I ain't going in there when you fuck.
Hey, man.
All this shit is coming down on you, Paul.
That
Like,
shit hurts.
Hey, man, keep doing your thing. So what did you say? You said you was talking about Super Bowl.
are you in the frame?
Yeah,
I don't know if he's. I don't know if he's in my live frame. I think he's in
I'm in
the
the frame. I'm good.
in the camera. Was
Look
he in the
like
live?
$1 million right now.
I can't read. People's probably saying all kind of stuff like he ain't in the frame.
Trevor's
Who was that
handsome,
voice? Brixx be fouling. I know what y'all saying. I'm gonna reply later. But What about Super Bowl? Did y'all watch the game?
No, I didn't see any of
You
it.
didn't watch the game either? No. Oh, I forgot. They boycotted football. Yeah. I watched every play.
You're supposed to have been boycotting for years. Off the strength of boring.
Right?
man.
No. So I'm a casual football fan. Like I'm not. This is my thing about a boycott. Like hey man, everybody do what they want to do. Boycott the league. That's fine. Like I'm. It's too much happen for me to say I'm boycotting behind this. For me.
See, no, because there's always a straw that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And this is more directly. This is more straight at because there's always been shit as far as the shit fixed, all that kind of shit. But this is something directly related to us.
I mean, but a lot of it's been directly related to us. Like Warren Moon having to go play in Canada because he was black.
Born yet.
That's even more of a reason. Yeah. Like this goes back. I'm talking about Tim Tebow being out the league because of his religion.
Right.
And then the funny thing about Tim Tebow that people don't talk about is Tim Tebow goes from the Jets, right?
Tebow was great too.
Tebow was successful. He won. He won games and all that. You know when they signed Tim Tebow again? When Aaron Hernandez murdered everybody. And the Patriots brought him in.
Murdered everybody.
He killed everybody. And then they said, oh, how we going to fix this? Yeah. Come get the Christian guy. Yeah. Okay, you on the team now.
Get him from feeding the little children.
Yeah, it's like you been watching these patterns of how they do stuff all the time. So Kaepernick.
That's fair, but with that being said, there comes a point where you say no more.
For you.
I think everybody has a certain tipping point.
Is that why you didn't watch as much initially?
I haven't watched for. It's been a lot of reasons. Like I've been watching. It's not that entertaining. Football is great. The sport of football.
That for a long time,
the sport of football is amazing. The NFL is not that entertaining.
What about college?
College football. See, that's a tough thing for me to watch. College sports is just tough because I just be watching like y'all just not gonna pay these dudes at all. Like, so I can be entertained, but it's like, at some points, I'll be like, so ain't nobody getting paid except them? That's crazy.
And that's
real quick. Did y'all see that shit Florida did with the Cardi B shit?
I saw it in silence, but I didn't.
I seen the same thing. I seen it in silence. I seen it look ridiculous. But, so I'm watching, and I like college basketball. Like, I'm a fan of it, but as I'm watching it, I'm like, damn, this is wild. So it's like it's hard for me to get invested in it. That's how even with the NFL, I'm not invested in it.
It's made me look at it in a different light too. I'm not nearly as invested.
For like niggas know how I feel about just the 49ers alone. So for me not to watch, like it really had to be something where I didn't feel, because then like when Lance was saying, it's a compound of shit. So then I'm thinking about that. I don't watch certain shit the same anymore. Like we used to love watching the big hits and like what we expect the guys to do on 4th and short and stick your head in there and get the, you know what I mean, get a first down. Now I'm really looking at that shit like, nah, this hit might put this. He's not gonna remember his kids' names in 10 years. I'm reading the Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson?
Yeah, and then if he black, then they already saying he ain't taking care of the kids anyway. It's just all bad. That was I shouldn't have said that. That was one of the worst things I've ever said.
Edit that. Oh shit, we're live. Never mind.
That was awful. But it's like so as you watching it, like this is just for me. The game itself is not that entertaining. And then as you're getting older, you're starting to watch, and I'm just watching like that don't make sense. Like that, like nah, like I see what y'all doing here. Like I see the flip y'all running. I see how the NFL wants to make sure they protect the white quarterback. And I don't mean protect the quarterback because he's white. I mean protect the fact that the quarterback is the sacred white position. Like this is honestly the last thing in sports for white people is quarterback. And I mean, because you talk about the 3 major sports. I mean, baseball, but baseball went down so far.
And the big stars in baseball are Dominican.
So
or black or
Mike
black
Trout.
Descent.
Right. So now if you talk about the NBA, like I agree with Larry Bird 1,000%. Well, that was like 15 years ago. The NBA needs a white star.
White American star.
They do. Like I mean, because regardless of who you are, it's not, to me, it's not racist.
It's not.
It's you want to cheer for people who look like you, someone identify with. So for football has stayed on top for a long time, and they've made sure that white America was able to identify with the white quarterback.
The
face of the franchise, the only one who's intelligent enough to do this. The black guys, they do a bunch of running around, but can they throw it downfield? Can they read a defense?
The brain.
Can they count? It's like all this type of stuff. I mean, they literally, they don't say it, but they're really telling you like, I don't know if these niggas are smart enough to do this, but you guys are.
Because even with the rule, because you have to think about it too, like with the rule as far as the quarterback, when he scrambles, he becomes a runner. And you think naturally that's the black quarterbacks. Cam Newton last season got repeated. Certain plays that he got hit on, if they did it to Tom Brady, they would be in the penitentiary. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Then they make the argument like Ben Roethlisberger getting hit like that too.
Yeah, I mean, part of it is a size thing, but there's always going to be examples of, but look with him. But if you look at the totality of the NFL, I mean, this is, unless I'm wrong, was the rookie class, was it RG3 and Russell Wilson and Andrew Luck and Kaepernick?
Cap was the year before them.
Cap was the year before. Yeah. Okay. Russell Wilson won a Super Bowl.
Right.
RG3's out the league.
Yeah.
Kaepernick is out the league. Yeah. And Andrew Luck is looked at as the best quarterback of that time still.
I don't know if Russell Wilson.
I'm just telling you how I've seen it.
Andrew Luck hasn't played in 2 years.
Yeah, I think Russell Wilson.
I know.
Something like that.
And I'm asking a question.
I say Russell Wilson.
I'm asking a question. If RG3 hadn't played in 2 years like Andrew Luck, would he still be that?
No.
You feel what I'm saying? After surgeries and coaching changes.
I'll say this about RG3 because I think he's a little bit of a caveat because most people would say RG3 was a square. He got a white wife. niggas didn't look at RG3 like that. RG3 was probably the most loved guy. He won the Heisman. He was probably the most loved guy personality-wise coming into that draft. Because the narrative on Andrew Luck coming in was he was starting to be overrated. People loved RG3. He was Offensive Rookie of the Year, right? If I remember right, RG3 kind of talked his way out of it, a lot of shit. RG3, remember that their first game of the year, they played the Saints. And he was talking about how the Saints aren't professional, talking about that's Sean Payton's team and Drew Brees and them over there. Part of that shit a little bit was RG3 kind of talked his way out of it.
You remember when the draft was happening on RG3 and they kept talking about how smart he was?
Yeah, it was like a backhand compliment.
And Herm Edwards was like,
he's a quarterback.
He's smart. Like, we get it.
Yeah,
but they kept talking about
that shit was getting uncomfortable. Like, he's so smart, you'd be like, this nigga supposed to be dumb or something?
Yeah, I seen his haircut. He ain't that smart. Not with that bullshit on his head. Like, he's a quarter. Like, they put so much on it to where it's like.
I still think that, with all that being said, I think we missed out on an opportunity to do something bigger than
with the Kaepernick thing?
With people not watching. Now, some people say the players should have done more. So my answer to that is the players. We're asking these niggas to lose money. We're asking them to miss out on money. Like, that's a hard ass thing to do, and that's something I can't judge a person for doing if you decide, man, this is some bullshit, but this is my well-being, and the average lifespan is 4 years in the NFL. But us. We're not missing no money. We're not missing nothing. Yeah. And we had a chance to make a difference without no kind of financial hurt for us, without nothing. It's just Sundays, niggas a little bored.
So you saying all of that, but you ain't boycotting Netflix for Monique. Now, what was you saying?
What about the idea of what great power comes great responsibility? So guys like Odell Beckham or Von Miller, black players like that who are Teflon, them niggas ain't going nowhere. So they have the opportunity to where they can stick their neck out, because I know like the dynamics of the NBA is different than the NFL, but the Giants aren't letting nothing happen to Odell Beckham.
But the other caveat to that is we don't know that I don't know how Odell Beckham feels about.
Do we see Odell kneel? I don't remember seeing him kneel.
I don't know if he feels like he should kneel.
Right,
that's my point. Right, but that's the thing. I don't know if they feel like they should.
I do feel like black players had an opportunity, because that was the whole thing that was weird with this whole thing in the first place.
I've seen Odell Beckham on his knees a lot more than he should have been.
Pause. Like, so that's what the whole thing with even the.
He was in the bathtub on his knees, singing "Sexual Healing," and then he came out the hot tub with another.
Was he singing or was another nigga singing?
It doesn't matter who was singing at this point.
What the hell y'all was watching? I ain't seen that episode of whatever the hell y'all was watching.
Google. Show him Odell Beckham hopping out the tub with
I already forbid Google to do shit.
And this is where the Trump shit is even weird, because when Trump made that whole thing that got a lot of shit moving again about firing the son of a bitches and all that, there wasn't that many guys kneeling in the first place.
Right.
And that's the shit was weird. So I'm saying,
like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if people feel that strongly about kneeling.
Again, that's what I'm saying. And that's where you be looking.
Because you know how big of a statement that is?
But that's part of my reason why I didn't watch. Also, I feel like the players got this shit wrong too. Like, this shit does affect you niggas.
Do you know how big, because regardless of how we feel about what kneeling does, do we, like we're seeing it with Kaepernick, how disrespectful people feel that shit is? Whether it's a real thing or not.
Yeah.
That's some weird ass feelings. That's how they feel, right? So maybe that's too strong of a statement for certain people to make. And they don't feel what I'm saying is you have to feel it. No, you gotta feel that way.
That shit is corny.
Well, that's why Muhammad Ali's Muhammad Ali.
No, but I'm saying,
and that's why Colin Kaepernick's
But that's the point though. Right now, we're living in an era right now in sports and in society where these kind of things and these conversations, and these kind of figures are right in front of you, and niggas ain't even realize.
That's why and that is my point with Kaepernick from the fucking gate, is that I don't expect nobody to do that, because that shit is career suicide. With a lot of scrutiny comes with that.
Right, but
if somebody wants to do it, for me personally, I feel like I gotta rock with them, because I don't expect that out of people.
Yeah,
so when players don't do it, I'm not like, why didn't y'all do that?
I do, because I feel like Cap already took Cap. Was like the analogy Jay-Z always uses: the first Indian over the hill and get all the arrows. Cap got all the arrows already.
Nah, that's some more arrows.
Right, I was gonna say, you think that until Odell Beckham comes.
Not when it's numbers, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all we can't keep saying how the league is 70% black and then 1% even says anything. That goes back to all the shit people say we don't spend enough money in our community.
That's how bold that shit is that Kaepernick
did.
did.
Shit like stick together, because then
but
25 years from now, oh man, Cap was a hero on that corner.
I mean,
shit.
but
we in the shit right now. Ain't nobody stepping up.
But it ain't. I mean, I agree with that to an extent.
And guys did. Eric Reed, and shout out to a lot of there's other guys.
Eric Reed, Eli Harold, who else? Marcus Peters.
I mean, there's a lot that goes with it, and what happens is when somebody like Kaepernick starts to talk like that, in order to get behind him, you have to feel like you agree with everything he's doing.
Right. That's
So,
what I'm saying. Right.
So like
I get pulled over.
No, it ain't about that.
That's what they're gonna do, though.
Listen, of course I'm on Kaepernick's side.
Yeah.
Of course, but at the same time, I don't know, like the Giants players, right? Or not the Giants, the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
When Dak Prescott and them was talking, it's like, okay, I like Kaepernick, but this dude gave me $17 million. So I'm gonna go against him to prove this point, and I don't all the way agree with what he's saying. I don't. And I'm not saying me. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
Like, so now if I stand next to that, I gotta stand next to the dude with the pig socks on.
Right.
He did that.
Right.
I gotta stand next to the dude with the Fidel Castro shirt on. Like, he done that.
Everybody feels that strong.
Everybody don't feel that strong.
Yeah.
So it's like, once you say I'm rocking with Cat, everything goes along with that, because the narrative was changed a long time ago, which always happens.
And
that's not uncommon.
And that's part of what that made me uncomfortable. I feel like the players, the ownership, the networks, everybody got this thing just wrong. Like,
I mean, but and maybe even Kaepernick, like, because
on what level?
I mean, on the same level, like, cause it's like a this is what I'm doing. I don't know if this is a thought out plan. I don't know if this was like. Everybody likes to call Ray Lewis a coon, right? And I get it. He's been contradictory at times and all of that.
Part out. Ray Lewis,
they're saying he is a coon.
No, I'm saying everybody likes. Oh, okay, yeah, everybody likes to call him a coon. Yeah,
that's a big one. I'd be chilling off that.
Or whatever you want to call it.
Even after that 2 knee shit, you still be like,
man,
get that nigga the fuck
right.
Here.
So, but look, so like,
fuck that nigga's Hall of Fame too. Nigga's a bitch. Go ahead.
You see what I'm saying?
See, I gotta jump in.
Yeah,
Ray,
man.
nigga,
Boy, I'll get beat up over that.
But
whoop my ass.
All right, so look, I understand why. I understand why people say that about him. Like, I see the contradiction. I also see the contradiction in a lot of people. So it's like, it's going to be tough to do that. Now, when Ray Lewis comes out and says, because like, in my opinion, if you hear Ray Lewis talk, you can hear that he just be talking about anything. Like, you hear, like, Ray Lewis.
Forever.
I mean, but he's
facts. You have
no, but he's passionate.
But he's just be
But
talking.
it's empty.
Right.
Yeah, it'd be just,
I mean, that shit.
You've been saying that for years.
I mean,
even
but that
before this.
That shit is
I'm
fake.
telling you, most sports talk is empty passion talk.
I agree with that.
So it's like when
Ray Lewis is kind of like the figurehead of passionate leadership.
I'm saying, but Jameis Winston's telling you we're finna eat some W's.
That nigga looks crazy.
But I'm just telling you, when you just talk in the moment and you passionate, that's what happens. So Ray Lewis, from what I've seen, has been passionate about the black community. He has been that.
Right.
Whether I agree with everything he says, that's not the point. Like, he's been passionate and does a lot for black people. This is noted. This is not my opinion. This is what people say.
Right.
All right. So Ray Lewis says to Kaepernick, and because my thing was always, if it's like that, just call him. Like, you don't have to get on ESPN and say this stuff. Yeah. Like, if you out there wilding, I'm gonna just call you like, fam, do this. I'm not gonna get on TV and say, what Trev need to do is, like, I could just call you and tell you that. Right. So he's saying, just play football. You'll have more of an impact if you're just playing football. That was his opinion.
That's his opinion.
And that was his.
Even if I disagree,
right.
It was uneducated. That comment was uneducated.
Right,
well, it depends on how the depths of the conversation was.
Yes, and
was Ray? He was on Fox Sports.
He was on Fox Sports. Yeah.
Now was he on Skip Show or was he on?
He was with Shannon.
He was with Shannon.
Now my thing is too, like, I feel like Fox News has always had the narrative of that's the other side, and I feel like when you go to Fox, I feel like you were making a conscious effort to know what side of the fence, nigga.
Every black person feels like Shannon Sharp is Marcus Garvey right now.
Right, Shannon Sharp is the one guy.
I mean, he's sitting next to Shannon Sharp saying it.
Right, what I'm saying is though, just Fox as a network, I'm
telling you, black Twitter thinks Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp is great. I enjoy it.
Nigga, is Stokely Carmichael.
But you know what's funny? People starting to kind of pull Shannon's card a little bit too.
Because I saw somebody out of White Girl.
That's inevitable. This is what we do. We somebody say something and we say, yeah, and then it's like we put our faith in people so much, dog. Like, chill out. Like, I like what he said over there.
What he's saying. Yeah.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying about Ray Lewis.
Sometimes we just want a voice that's on our side for once.
I mean, but no, you can be. Look, Stephen A. Smith spoke up for black athletes for 15, 20 years. For the past few years, he's been saying stuff we don't like, and now
I think Stephen A. Smith fell victim to just be saying stuff because he's on TV, and it's gonna be clickbait. I think Stephen. I'm saying this so I can give him the benefit of the doubt of not just be. I think, like, when you see them Cowherd clickbait, Skip clickbait, and Stephen A. clickbait, and what's Jason Whitlock? They just like. Because if you're an intelligent person, you can't believe half of the shit you say.
And this is something else you got to realize. They on TV 3 hours a day, every Monday through Friday. Radio show, podcast, like they talking, like they are literally spewing out opinions all the time, and then something sticks and they say, look, he did that. Now Stephen A., like, you know what I mean, he took a picture with the sheriff dude that hates black people.
That's where I stopped. That's my line. Like, your benefit that was going with me now.
Right, but then
you with the ops.
But I've also seen Puff in pictures with Donald Trump.
I think what we seen, that's the thing. That's what Trump is weird though, because we've seen a lot of rappers, athletes over there. Because niggas didn't know about that. Stephen A. knows what that guy is now.
Okay.
I don't think Nelly knew who the fuck. When Nelly made Country Grammar, you think he knew anything about Donald Trump?
He was a rich person. I think
he wasn't. That's the point. He wasn't
a rich Donald Trump.
Exactly. He was a rich guy.
I think Donald Trump symbolized for some reason the African American community. For some reason, he symbolized
money. Shout out Bill. I don't know what nobody knows what Bill Gates does.
Look,
nigga. He has hella money.
I'm telling you right now, the only reason you don't see rappers or black celebrities take pictures of Donald Trump because the block is hot. That's it. Like it's just. Huh?
Because I think we said a minute ago, most people with common sense feel like this is an ignorant, racist man. So I'm gonna
these people don't even have conversations with him like that. That's Donald Trump.
I'm talking about Puff Daddy. You don't think Puff Daddy had conversations with Donald Trump?
No.
Maybe not much.
No. I don't.
Honestly,
I don't.
I'm telling y'all, there's a documentary on Netflix right now called Dirty Money.
I know, I heard about that. I'm gonna
just watch it.
For example,
just watch
Michael Jackson, during when Trump opened up one of his hotels, him and Mike was kicking it tough for a minute. Knowing the kind of person we think, just see Michael from the surface, do you think he would be with any of the shit Trump's with? You don't think Michael knew Trump was that guy.
You don't have to be with it. This is what people do.
Or even know he was even like that.
This is what people do. I'm just telling you the truth. This is what people do. They say, that's my man's, but I mean, that's what he do. Yeah. You think these actors ain't know who Harvey Weinstein was? You think everybody's shocked?
Dame knew.
I'm telling you, like, they not shocked, dog. It's like, I'm telling you that comics been talking about Bill Cosby for a long time. Yeah. It ain't like comics wasn't like word. It was like, yeah, Bill Cosby been a piece of shit. They might not come out and just say it because it's like, first off, it's a powerful person. Yeah. And it's just like, I mean, I'm just gonna come out and rail against, you know what I mean?
That's what Seth MacFarlane's for. Seth MacFarlane be calling everything out 10 years before. Shout out to Seth MacFarlane.
So did you guys watch State of the Union?
Yeah.
Did you watch any of it?
I was laughing at the State of the Union because that shit looked like black church. Like, he would say something and then like clap for himself. Yeah. And you ever been like a church and pray, I can't get no help up in here. That's how he felt. He kept making points and said,
Pence and the other guy. I was watching Pence and Homie in the background all the time. These motherfuckers. That's what people always talk about, like Trump getting fucking impeached and shit like that. If he gets impeached, fucking Pence is going to be president. Yeah. That shit is just as bad. So just let the nigga ride out his couple years because this shit will be no different. If you're willing to stand next to that side, and like he handpicks you, fucking Mike Pence, governor of Indiana, that's already sound like some foul shit. Yeah. Governor of Indiana, my nigga.
Yeah. Indiana was the most infiltrated Klan state for a long time.
Governor of Indiana.
I thought Larry Bird was the governor. This whole time I thought Larry Bird was the governor of
He
Indiana.
voted for Pence,
And
probably.
then it was Bob Knight after that.
Yeah. But we didn't talk. So you didn't watch none of the Super Bowl. You didn't see none of the commercials.
All right. I saw the Odell Beckham Peyton, Eli Manning.
Eli
dancing.
Manning.
I seen that, and I seen the one with Tyrion and Busta Rhymes.
Oh yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, it was funny. And Morgan Freeman.
And Morgan Freeman. Yeah.
So you want to know what happened in the game?
No, I heard about what happened.
All right, cool.
I didn't
You
see
interested?
anything.
You
I
interested in
didn't
my,
see. I
interested
still
in my
haven't seen-
football
I
breakdown?
still haven't. No, I definitely want to hear the
That's just
football
football
breakdown.
roundup.
And then the halftime shit was a big deal, and Justin's a big deal right now.
So did you watch the halftime show?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
That nigga is getting murdered. Justin Timberlake can't do anything fucking right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I feel bad for him because I don't think a lot of this shit's just to me. Now the album is trash. The album fucking
I saw it.
sucks.
Oh, he had the album out?
Yeah, it came out Friday. To me, it was a lazy ass lazy ass Neptune's Timberland and Justin Timberlake album.
Yeah.
They can make those songs in the factory every day. That shit's trash.
You probably remember I said this on 2020 Experience. It's lazy. The songwriting
hella
was lazy.
lazy.
So, and I can figure this one. When I heard Supplies and the hook went supply, I was like, yeah, this nigga not even trying. Like, it is crazy because.
Do y'all know how happy Justin Timberlake would be that y'all keep calling him nigga? Go ahead.
Ecstatic. Because Future Stick Love Sounds, I'll still give him, is one of the best albums I've ever heard, any genre. Period. That's an amazing album.
Yeah, that's a
Justify
great
was great. But I think the last albums are lazy. Like, cause even like at some point, man, like Michael and Quincy had to split at some point. You can't just keep doing like the shit gets stale.
Same
like
shit.
this is a bag of chips that's been open for like a
trash,
month now.
bro.
Like, and that shit is.
I
Terrible.
didn't know. I seen the track list and I seen everybody didn't like the track list and they didn't like the rollout because he was looking real
It's
white
funny 'cause
and like on a farm or something like that.
Yeah, the track list. It was kind of actually.
It was real NRA.
It was kind of actually smart the way he did it because he made songs like Compass and shit. But it's still the same sounding record.
Yeah.
But he's using
It's like acoustic guitars over track beats.
yeah, and he's using these terms like flannel and shit. But it still comes back to being
Right.
a poppy
Right.
record that the Neptunes or Timbaland did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
They did the whole album.
I thought the rollout was cool because it got people talking, but the delivery was weak and the shit's hella long.
Yeah.
And then I saw about the halftime.
the
shit.
album is long?
Did y'all see the performance?
I
I
didn't
watched
see
it.
it.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
Cause
I saw the
like
next
even
morning,
that
yeah.
shit, some people were saying it was fucking dope. Some people were saying the shit was awful.
It was
like,
funny. 'Cause
There's got to be some kind of
there was a video that this girl tweeted out. She was at the game, and she was in the actual stands. She was like, nobody cared. It was dead silence. Like the crowd up front, they tell them like, "Yo,
Yeah,
get
get
this shit
turned.
turned." But everybody was just kind of sitting.
But
there,
I don't-
which is fair because nobody's there for a concert. They're
Yeah.
watching a football game.
I don't
Especially
know
Justin
if it's
Timberlake.
always like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Justin
I
Timberlake
don't.
is not the Super Bowl. The fans who go to the Super Bowl artist.
Right.
It ain't that.
He's
And
a young. Even though he's like 38, he's a young pop star as far as demographic of people who listen to him.
and
Those
Justin,
are not the people who are at
and
the
Justin
game.
Timberlake was another attempt to pander to black people at the halftime
Yeah.
show.
When Jay turned him down.
They asked Jay-Z, like, word, y'all want Jay-Z at the halftime show now? All of a sudden, y'all want the Jigga Man
Yeah.
to perform at the halftime show of the Super Bowl.
But see, even that is why, because I'm like, y'all. It's crazy how out of touch people be, because y'all don't know like that the black community and Justin in the Super Bowl, that shit ain't really working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that
but it's
shit
only
ain't-
been it was ever since it feels like ever since he agreed to do the Super Bowl, it's been going downhill from there.
Right.
Because it was all after that. That's when the rollout and stuff happened.
I think niggas just wanted a simple acknowledgement of the Janet situation. That's still, me personally, I don't feel like that was on her, like, alone. I think she agreed to it. They both agreed to it, and she got left out, so it looked weird. Like, and so she's banned, but you back. Like,
Oh,
looks
is,
weird.
that's what it is. She's really banned. Like that's what they said that she's banned.
Well,
from
no,
football.
but she ain't coming back. But a lot of that has to do with relative.
I mean, I don't understand why
relative.
they would have Janet at this.
Well, not that. What I'm saying is people want some acknowledgement that people felt like this is just the consensus is that people felt like he left her out to dry.
Yeah,
and
I
she
mean-
took the whole burn for that when that was a thing that was set up by the show. When they
Yeah,
put the
I
show
think
together.
He said
I
They
he
made
didn't
her.
know.
They made her eat it. And
right.
I don't believe that.
I think
Titties don't come out like that. With you and you were touching the titty and you pulled on the thing and you didn't know that was about to happen. I don't believe.
even if you knew, I think it's.
trying to
I
put
think
that
she gets the thing because it was her titty.
It was her titty.
Yeah.
Like
Facts.
if he pulled his dick out, if she pulled his dick out, it wouldn't be like, hey Janet, like you gotta go. It's like, who pulled this out? Like this is weird. You know what I mean? Like we seen your dick. Like it's just uncomfortable.
How do y'all feel about the Prince shit? Do y'all think that was blown out of proportion, or do you think he should just kind of let that Prince shit alone? Or
I mean,
tone
so
it
you're
down,
in
or-
Minnesota.
right?
This is the part where Justin can't win. What if Justin didn't acknowledge Prince?
I don't think nobody would care.
I disagree because when people are looking, they're looking. There's gonna be all kind of fucking huge Prince fans, quote unquote, who are gonna be like, there is no.
If Justin would have performed, wouldn't nobody been like, what about Prince? Like,
I think they would have. That's where Justin's at right now.
In Minneapolis,
that's where Justin's at right now, bro.
This is what I think what should have happened. So,
where was the Super Bowl at last year? I didn't want to cut you off. Where was it at last year? Was it Houston?
I have no idea.
All right, because they didn't shout out Pimp C. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It was Houston. Houston.
Something like that, yeah.
Huge football fan.
He's from PA, though.
South Texas,
You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, so, okay, so this is what I personally think should happen. They did like the whole thing when they turned the city purple and shit.
turned the city purple.
I think Justin should have performed and should have did that.
Or he could have done a Prince song. Did he sing a Prince song?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, that's tough for me.
They should have left.
And it wasn't a hologram, right? It was an actual Prince video. That's hella different than a hologram.
It was a screen, and they had like Justin said that they got the original like reels for "I Will Die for You"
from Purple Rain
and some uncut footage, and they were able to sync it up, and they played it on the big ass sheet thing, whatever that shit's called.
Yeah,
I think what should have happened is they should have no songs, just at the end, like the City of Purple with the Prince sign. That would have been dope because I do feel there's an element of Prince was. More than any artist, was very, very meticulous about his likeness, his image, and how he's portrayed when he was alive. So I know in death, if that's a touchy.
He's covering a record though, and it's like.
But also the history of him and Justin. Justin played that nigga on the Emmys. One of them.
I heard something.
No, he was talking. He was talking about him on the song with Nelly Furtado.
Right. Well, that was when he dissed him on the song.
Dissed him on the song. I heard you were on the charge of a. And then that was when Nelly Furtado was dissing.
Oh, she dissed one on there? I didn't even realize.
Why? Because did Prince say something about Justin?
And Timberland was dissing Scott Storch on that song.
Timberland did Scott Storch.
Timberland's dissing Scott Storch.
Piano, man.
Justin Timberlake is dissing Prince. It was just
it was a
like what's going on
sounds
here,
like
man?
I'm glad I missed.
Yeah.
So the history. So he wasn't that fond of you in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's a touchy thing. I do feel like you're in, because that more than being in Minnesota, you're in his city.
Right.
So yeah. Put the purple shit up. That would have been an ill way to end it, and do it like that because, like I said,
or maybe have the crowd sing along with one of the songs.
Stuff sounds funny to me too. Like because he was on Fallon, right, and he was talking about this is just like the music nerd of me I'm watching. So he's talking about how he did a suit and tie on the stage, and it was him and a mic stand, and the mic stand he was flipping it around, and we know Prince does that. So Jimmy Fallon was like, "Why do you?" I was because you're gonna drop the mic. And he was like, "Where'd you get that from?" Justin was like, "Oh, well, I'm just, it's a nervous glitch I have. I just play with the mic." Now, I'm thinking you just spent the previous 5 minutes about how Prince is the GOAT, and you look at him more than anybody. That's a Prince move. Well, he got it from James Brown. Him and Mike got it from James Brown. But you're doing that. It won't even get, that's where it looks like people start calling you a culture vulture. Because you're stealing nigga moves and won't even give him credit for it. You acting like you made it up yourself.
Hey, man.
Like, that's where shit gets weird to me. I'm like, dog, you got that from Prince. And you're cheating, too, because his mic was, attached to the ground. Yeah. When Prince and James Brown used to do that shit, it could fall. Like, it was on the round thing, and you really had to know you had to pull the cord, and he got this little toy mic that's going around like this. And I'm like, man, that shit.
I'll be honest with you, too. Justin's performance was snooze-worthy until he did Prince. After it was from Prince on, it was like, okay, this is cool.
Because one thing I always said, I said this when I was watching the.
That's just my phone ringing. You can keep talking.
So people like with the Grammys and shit, I hate when there's too many people on stage.
Right.
I hate that.
Yeah,
like you're the star. Like you have to. Being on stage, like Lance, you're a performer. Like when you're on stage.
Is it still going live though? They didn't stop it. The people, y'all still here, baby?
We still cooking. We still roasting.
Forget that phone ring.
Lightweight.
It's a camera on too, though. You got to talk to the camera.
You know what else it brought though? It made it very clear that Bruno Mars is definitely the biggest male pop star now.
Yeah.
And he's dethroned Justin.
I can say that.
Oh, I thought that was for a while.
Well, no, because Justin been sitting back, so we got to see. All right, Justin's out now. Is niggas moving over? Or are you like where Bruno at? You know what I'm saying? Because Justin's still one of the biggest stars in the world.
That's where it goes into my always say about Chris Brown. That should have been Chris Brown.
I mean, Chris Brown.
That's what I feel. That's exactly what I mean. Like.
I don't know. Chris Brown and Bruno Mars is close. Now, the difference between Chris Brown and Bruno Mars
records is better.
I mean, that's one
Right, that's what I
perspective.
think.
But Bruno was a lot cleaner cut.
Right.
So Chris Brown should be at the Super Bowl, but
Let
he
Chris
got.
Brown have finesse. Nigga, that shit would be insane. That's what I mean. That's why I be feeling like I be frustrated with Chris Brown, because that should have been Chris Brown at the Super Bowl.
I
That would have
mean,
been incredible.
or maybe they won't let him because he'd be punching women sometimes.
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
I wasn't in the car.
Right,
I don't know what happened.
Again,
Or
part
didn't
of that
happen.
is on him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that happened, unfortunately.
I mean, that's
I'll
something
be
happened
like,
to
damn,
a 17, 18 year
Yeah, no,
old.
I'm saying
Whatever
I'm not
happened.
judging him for it.
So-
I just wish that was Chris Brown. That's my thing. I wish that was Chris.
Yeah, I mean,
So the other thing we're talking about,
because they did offer it to a drug dealer.
right. So we're talking about like formulaic music, like Justin. That shit. That sounds getting. I mean, like that sound got tired with him and the Neptunes and Timbaland. But
Yeah.
so this brings up to the point.
I know where this is going.
I had to.
I know where this is going.
Dog. So I swear to you, I've probably heard the Migos rap about twice in my life, and it always baffles me when people talk about who's the dope Migo, because them niggas all sound exactly the fucking same.
Come on, grandfather. What you got?
No. There is no way people think that's good. I listened to the Culture too, and I was like, this is a joke. There's no way. People don't think that's good.
Well,
tell me that's good. Tell me the Culture. Tell me the Migos are good.
When I sit there, I was telling you before, like Culture 2, universally people think that shit.
No,
is
I
good.
can hear talent.
No, but people think that album's not good.
No, but I can hear talent. Justin Timberlake's talented on this.
Yeah.
I can hear talent.
Right, I mean-
it sounds the same cadence, same tune,
Yeah.
same beats. It's one song
Yeah.
of badness.
Yeah.
That shit is beyond bad.
Because the best.
Like I'm dead ass serious. Like that is fucking terrible.
This is the thing. When you
Tell me that's not the truth.
I haven't heard the album.
Why?
'Cause
Did
I
you hear
don't-
the Culture one?
No, I ain't never heard no
the
Migos
Culture
album.
One. What the fuck is the Culture One?
Because
I see somebody on Facebook say today that Too Short and Fab was on the Drinking Champs. The Drinking Champs.
Intercontinental Drink Champs.
So in other words, by your actions, you're saying you don't think they're good.
I'm not interested.
Drinking Champs.
I hear the songs
That shit is fucking.
I'm not interested. I know.
No way.
This
People stop lying. You guys do
this
not
is
think that's good.
I haven't heard it.
I'm talking about the world.
He likes it.
I don't like Culture 2. It's not that good.
He's
But
talking
you
about
like
these at the
them.
Migos.
They have dope shit.
Yeah, he likes it.
I gotta hear that
Like, that's what I'm saying.
because
So,
I didn't see the potential of the ability.
like, so did you hear the Without Warning with Takeoff in 21?
It's
That's what I'm saying,
Long album.
You can't even have
I heard. Is it on Culture too?
No, it's an album.
Oh no! Come on.
21
With-
Savage
with
and
Metro.
Takeoff. And Metro Boomin. Come on, Grandpa.
I ain't heard that, man.
Okay.
Is it good?
Yeah, that shit is dope.
So you like 21 Savage too?
I was able to put up with them.
Come on, man.
Just Takeoff, because Offset was dope and Metro.
That's real hip hop.
Beats
Don't
was-
nobody listen to Nas no more. You heard Zoe?
And I see. Now, one thing I didn't like, I didn't
Never
like,
lost.
I didn't like Huncho. The shit. I didn't like Quavo and Travis Scott tape that came out late last year.
So was there really a good Migo? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
This one's the
and see-
dopest?
see, I definitely get how you can say they sound different to me.
hold on. There's nothing different.
Like the Quality Control album is
Hey,
dope.
those young men, get your money though. Like, I swear, I want them to succeed. All
Quality
that.
Control album was dope.
That shit is not good though. We gotta stop saying that's good.
Well, so let's do this because you talked about Prince and Justin, who are dope. Today's Bob Marley's birthday. We're all Bob fans up here. I love Bob. He's one of the goats. Like, we talk a lot about rap. Like, who do niggas like outside of rap? Who's like your favorite guys? Like, when you're not listening, we don't want to hear Culture 2 or the Culture 1.
Culture 2 shell shocked me from music for a while.
Well, like, what we listening to when it's not that?
Like something
What you
current?
got?
Like
Or just
some,
period.
current or
something,
whatever.
Just period.
something current or something
Or
like
just period.
in general. Like I don't even like I be driving, I'll be listening to like Stevie Wonder and Prince. It'd be like Stevie Wonder, Prince, Marvin Gaye. For the most part. Or it'd be like random
Playlist or something.
playlist of just old songs that take you back to getting whoopings.
That's absolutely what they do.
Yeah.
It'll take you back to a good dinner or a whooping.
As soon as the song come on, you start blocking. Nigga trying to reach for the belt.
Reaching for the belt was always a bad decision. That
It's a
shit
terrible
was
decision.
instinctual.
It's a terrible
Fuck,
idea.
That's a bad idea. You end up getting hit on the arm and you get more whoopings for
I remember the first time my mom hit me and this is when I was like heavy into wrestling. Look, my mom, she said something to me, and then she slapped like.
I was about to say, Sister Yolanda definitely put them paws on you.
Yeah, I don't know that lady y'all know. That's a totally different lady than the one I know. She slapped me and I did some wrestling. I got the slap, and I went. Didn't
I was about to say, he ain't doing goddamn thing.
Tell us gonna do like the Ric Flair shit, like.
Nah. I literally went.
Nigga stuck his hand out.
And then she slapped me, and I really did my face and looked at her. She said, "I'm gonna call your uncle."
And then
That's the end of that.
and sat down.
Shouts to Big Kurt.
Yeah,
Kurt, right?
she called Kurt. But that was the funniest thing in the world. I was vividly. It was in the hallway. She literally slapped me. And I did a wrestler move that was gonna stop something. He about to hold up or
Got that nigga double timed.
What that mean?
You got hit again.
Oh.
Like Mama Payne, to fucking bring back this flame, bring back the fucking
Yeah.
boy.
I thought Double Time was something that was on culture too. That I didn't know about.
They definitely have a song called Double Time featuring
Double time.
somebody
I
else.
can make the hook
Yeah.
in a minute. Y'all give me a minute.
You absolutely can. Everybody in this world can. Those guys, keep getting your money, young man. That shit is not good, though. People need to stop saying that's good, because that's not the truth. That's not good. There's no way somebody thinks
Did
that's
you like?
good.
Did you like the Teed Up, the Ray Sherman record? Did you listen to
I
it?
didn't even listen to it yet.
Just comment on my shit.
It was Bob's birthday. I didn't listen to that shit. Oh, but back to the artist. So, yeah, man, that's just almost impossible. So I'll just talk about who I've been listening to heavy lately. Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah.
Curtis Mayfield's the dopest nigga ever. As critically as acclaimed as he is, I post this on Facebook and IG. As critically acclaimed as he is, he's still underrated as fuck.
Yeah.
Nigga's a genius. I'm seriously, band-wise, he had one of the greatest bands one of the greatest groups of all time. Mm-hmm. Solo records, as dope as anything. Amazing writer, amazing guitarist. Curtis Mayfield's definitely up there.
Super fly.
Yeah. Rolling Stones, Grateful Dead, always. And I've been listening to a lot of blues lately, so I'm a huge Robert Johnson fan.
You depressed?
No, blues is just great music.
Oh, okay.
Eric Clapton, anything Clapton, Jimi Hendrix. I've been listening to a lot of Jimi Hendrix lately. Yeah. And then funk, like Brass Construction. My mom put me on Brass Construction, so I put that on vinyl a lot. So a lot of funk music. Always Parliament.
Did you say Sly?
Always Parliament. Last I'm saying is always Parliament, always Sly and the Family Stone, always The Who, always Stevie, always MJ. So
you know Stevie Wonder could see.
You've been saying that for a while. So hopefully,
nobody. I'm telling y'all,
Throw something out of me like this.
I'm close. I guarantee he move out the way. I'm telling.
Well, blind people got sixth senses though.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Bro, it makes everything else.
Hey, Charles, dude, chick was bad by touching her.
You're more in tune to the shit.
I know. I couldn't see for a long time.
That's true. You know all about that.
That's how my memory got so good, because I couldn't see. I'm telling. Look, when you
West Indian Archie.
Yeah, if you want to, this is just if you want to hear better, close your eyes.
Right.
Your brain will do that.
Yeah.
But if he take his glasses off, he got color contact. Whatever. We're not gonna. Stevie Wonder.
Stevie B. He was at the hoop games a lot in the '80s.
Sitting courtside.
Showtime.
Why?
Showtime. Magic. Nigga.
Why? You can sit up there. It's the same game.
Stevie's so raw.
Whatever.
Yeah, but that's.
Y'all believe what y'all want to believe. He watching this right now.
Shout out to Stevie. Man, if he's watching this right now, shout out to Stevie. Even if he's listening.
He got a burner
With his eyes
account.
closed.
I don't think Stevie can see. The number one reason why Stevie can't
Kevin
see.
Durant.
The number
And if he could see, he would not dress like that.
his hair.
They'd be
I was
fucking
about to
with
say
him.
his hair. He would have cut that shit a long time
No,
ago.
his clothes are worse though.
You see Michael Jordan?
Mike can't fuck with
Nah,
Stevie.
the hair, nigga. You can't have dreads that start right here.
Yeah. They must tell him everybody still does. Everybody.
You seen
has them like
Coolio?
that.
Listen, people do a lot of strange things with themselves, man.
He can Stevie got the best stylist in the world he could have. I'm sure. Right?
I'm not gonna let y'all slander Stevie Wonder.
I love Stevie. He's one of my favorite.
And you know what I mean? Because Stevie will come see
Because
you.
you're the one. You're the one who says he can see and wears those clothes. That's dissing him.
I'm not there. I said he could see. I'm happy that he could see. One of the great.
So, do you think he got his vision back?
Yes.
When? Intervisions.
In the 80s. In the 80s.
I don't know when. It's like, what is going on? I don't. It's not all the way thought out, but I just believe. We're gonna move on. But
What about you, Brixx? What you got?
I listen to a lot of reggae. That's
Reggae's amazing.
reggae. I love obviously Bob. I feel like the original Wailers is one of the greatest bands ever. Like they can really play too.
They can. They absolutely can. They sound great.
They can really play.
Yeah.
Peter Tosh, genius.
what about Daniel Tosh?
He still come on?
I don't know.
Bunny.
I think Bunny is one of the most underrated artists in reggae. I think Newsweek did a story study. He's the most important musician in the world, which is crazy. Which is not crazy because he makes great music, but he's the last
that's a
living
big
Wailer.
statement.
Yeah, he's incredible. Black Heart Man is one of my favorite albums ever. But him, Burning Spear, Bob Andy, all those guys like crazy. Mikey Dread.
No, I was just saying, even a lot of my favorite artists, the Stones and the Dead, during that time where Bob and all those guys were popping, you started hearing them, like Black and Blue by the Stones is a fucking reggae album.
Yeah.
It's no coincidence that came out in '77.
Paul Simon did.
Paul was huge, and Dead have a lot of music that's very reggae influenced. So even whatever genre music I like, that shit.
I love
together.
The Clash. The Clash is one of my favorite rock bands.
Ska.
And they heavy, like Mikey Dread worked with them a lot. Yeah. They're incredible. One of my favorite artists on my I hate the term Mount Rushmore, but lack of a better term, I love Paul Simon.
Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, we'll get into that in a sec.
We can't. Let me go on this Native American rant. Go ahead. It's a whole other movie.
Paul Simon announced he's retiring.
Yeah.
A lot of guys, because Neil Diamond just said he's retiring.
Elton
John said he's retiring. Now Paul Simon's retiring.
Retiring from what?
Touring.
And he put out an album like 2 years ago.
That's not gonna happen.
It's like we're just doing venues, because one of my favorite artists, the Grateful Dead, Phil Lesh, he doesn't tour anymore. He's the bassist for the Grateful Dead. He just has Terrapin Crossroads, and he just does his little thing there. But it's gonna be that type of thing.
Yeah, because when you say retiring, you can't. Entertainers can't retire.
You gotta
Well, that's what he said. He put a post. I think it was in the New York Times, and he posted on Instagram. He said after this tour, he's going on a tour in the spring, summer. And then maybe he'll do a couple spot appearances here and there. I saw Paul Simon 2 years ago. Incredible.
He must have a young girlfriend.
I love Paul. He's incredible. He's one of my favorite artists. I listen to a lot of jazz. Pharoah Sanders, Coltrane.
Did you watch the Jazz? They beat the Warriors by 30.
Yeah, I seen that.
All right, just
Shout out to
checking.
Ricky Rubio.
Oh, they beat the Warriors.
A couple of days ago,
Yeah, just checking.
But Michael Jackson's my favorite. I mean, everybody.
Yeah, and Mike's
the GOAT.
Yeah, for me too. Mike. I mean, and Prince is big.
Prince too. Yeah.
But Mike, that don't even count for me. I get tired of talking about for me when Mike, the Dead, Stones, it kind of gets beating the dead horse because those are always going to be set for me. So
I'm feel that way about the Migos.
Most people do.
You know what I mean? People be hating. I just let them hate. You know what I'm saying? Did y'all see what was you finna ask me?
No, go ahead.
But now you got to go first now.
Oh, no,
so what I was saying was, nah, go ahead. I'm fucking with you.
I'll do it.
But really, what I was saying was, I do this all night.
So now you
punchline February 11th, right?
Oh, yep. February 11th, Punchline Sack. Y'all got to come through. February 11th, I'm at the Punchline.
It's on Sunday.
Yeah, it is. But, you can come out on the Sunday. You ain't watching football. Well, it's over anyway. But
no, we're going this Sunday.
I see you getting out the house. You bringing the kids?
I got a new phone, nigga. I got to be.
Oh, okay.
I got a new phone, baby.
Google.
I'm outside.
Drive him to the show.
I got a new phone. I'm out here.
What's the name? I'm at San Francisco Punchline tomorrow, Wednesday through Saturday, and then Sack Punchline.
Are you staying out there pretty much the rest of the week?
For the most part, yeah. I got to come back for.
Oh shit.
What happened?
Porzingis ACL.
Oh, Porzingis tore his ACL.
Manny's hot.
Yeah, that's not good. Everybody on Team LeBron's going down. LeBron's having a rough. He's having a rough go at it over the past few months.
Here's a fair question. I think it's a fair question. I really thought about this the other day because, we've really gotten to have LeBron's the best. Rightfully so because he's LeBron. No, Dad, come on. I love LeBron. He's been the best player for years.
he'd have even more. I feel like
LeBron's
going to score 40-something thousand points.
He's not a better scorer than
LeBron's going to score 40-something thousand points. He's probably left 10,000 on the table.
So here's the other question, and I've changed with this over the past year. Blinders on. Kobe's not Kobe. Is Kevin Durant, who's a better scorer, Kevin Durant or Kobe Bryant? Because I say Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that's not true. Kobe Bryant.
Kevin Durant.
Oh, okay.
See, this is my thing.
That was cool.
Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm asking just like we're asking about LeBron.
Because the guy who does the most
Kevin
Kobe-like shit is Steph. As far as like those crazy games, I feel like if somebody does some shit like that, it's gonna be Steph.
We're not going because Steph does some. Steph is.
If they're gonna get 60 and 3/4, it might be Steph.
Somebody just did that. Who was it? Oh,
James Harden scored 60.
Nah,
60 triple-double.
Nah, C.J. McCullough had 50 and 3/4.
50 and 3, yeah.
But
fill it up.
Yeah, this the thing about this is why ain't nobody a better scorer than Kobe. They care too much about everything else.
Right.
Like Kevin, like you can clearly see Kevin Durant cares about stuff. Like Kobe don't care about it.
Yeah.
Like he's really he got a screw look like it. Yeah. Like he's
it's
a different level of competitor. Shit, it's like you talk about Michael Jordan and Kobe, just on a I'm just finna go kill you level, like on the court. That's the bar. Is you watch like.
I mean, I don't disagree with that, but what I'm telling you is when we're talking about get to a spot on the floor and get a bucket, Kevin Durant is the best I have seen.
Now listen.
Outside of probably Jordan. He's Jordan's hard. When Kevin Durant gets in that pinch post, when he catches his 17, 18, there's nothing anybody in this planet can do, and he does that at a higher efficiency. Yeah. And Kobe's probably my favorite player of all time, but he does that at a more efficient rate, and I never feel like the nigga's gonna miss.
I don't never feel like he's gonna miss either. But this is another thing about Kobe, is I don't even know if this is he's the greediest basketball player.
Absolutely.
Like it's like not like and with all of that, Kobe did go out and average 36.
Right.
Like he done that. You know what I mean?
And I think that goes into him not caring because Kevin Durant, I think you would agree if he was able to channel that, he'd be able to do it.
I mean, no, because it's all mentality. Like, if you look at basket, like, Kobe ain't the best shooter. It's just like he has, like, the stuff I'm talking about. And I don't even like when people talk about intangibles. But certain people are wired a different way when it comes to stuff. Like, I was just watching. It was just funny. And it don't mean nothing. It was just funny to me. I was watching a practice with the Lakers, like late in Kobe's career, with Jeremy Lin and them. Did y'all see? You ever seen that?
What was he doing?
He was just cussing them out, and it was just hilarious to me.
The one when he left the practice, when he was telling when he was arguing.
No, not that one. Not that one. And I ain't know, like everybody could have done that. I don't know, but it was just funny because I knew he meant it. Yeah. Like it wasn't for the cameras. And the funniest part about it was he was like, "Oh shit, get real different when I come to practice. Yeah. Like you don't be coming to practice."
I remember. I did see that.
I said, "You don't be coming to practice." He's like, "Get real different. Shoot the ball." He don't want to shoot that boy, and he's just talking to his teammates like crazy. And a part of it could be, I want them to be better, and a part of it could be like, nah, like y'all really is soft, and this why I'll be passing y'all the ball. Because look. I think the most underrated thing about Kobe Bryant is making his teammates better. Nobody talks about Kobe Bryant. Everybody played their best basketball with Kobe Bryant.
Right, I agree.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you saw Gasol's game go to a whole nother level.
Gasol, Lamar Odom, Shaq played his best ball. I mean, Shaq is different because Shaq was entering his prime, so it's a little different. So we only got to.
What about DJ Banger?
Andrew Bynum.
Abdul Jabinum.
DJ, I mean.
You know the other thing that is to Kevin Durant's greatness for me is like he went on a team that Steph Curry was coming off. Was Steph Curry the MVP that season?
Yeah, first unanimous MVP in history.
And he was easily the best player on the team.
I don't see that, but
really,
I don't. And there's another. I think Steph Curry is. Steph Curry changed basketball in a way right now. Everything you see
agree with that, but he's not. But Kevin Durant's the best player on the team.
I think in the finals, Kevin Durant established that.
Kevin Durant is the best player on that team. And for me, when you watch, he was like, oh, this isn't as great as Steph is, and he's all of great as advertised. He's one of the top 5 players in the league. He's easily, to me, the second best player on the team. There's no, and part of that credit to Steph is that he's comfortable in something special coming and him doing something.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, that goes into like a third meeting AC was talking about before, and AC was talking about how Steph wasn't always this guy. So Steph doesn't have a mentality of I need to be the alpha guy. Steph was a.
He went to Davidson.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, but he was the guy. He was averaging 30.
Right, but but he wasn't at Kentucky. He wasn't this celebrated guy. He's not.
But now he was like by his junior. Was it junior year, sophomore year? When he took them to the Elite Eight and like Steph.
Right, but me and he was talking about like the difference between him and Kyrie and why Kyrie played how he.
Well, yeah, Kyrie's the number 1 pick, and that's different. He went to Duke and all of that. It's a little different. But that
does do something a little bit to who
you are. I mean, Steph is
the nigga since he was in 8th grade. Like
Steph,
it's different.
Steph
People was probably calling Steph weak forever, like his daddy in the league.
He was calling him weak on draft night. Like
Steph is genuinely a humble, like good dude, and that's what makes it even funnier when he be hitting you for 30. Like, cause he'd be like smiling and dancing.
I don't think Steph's humble. There's nothing wrong with that.
Steph is super humble. He's not.
What do you mean, like on the court, or
no,
his personality?
His personality. He's a genuine dude. On the court, you can't be that good and be humble. I don't know why people get that from. Like, you can't. You're not finna be great at something like that being nice. Like, you gotta go for blood.
Especially at 6 foot.
To even attempt that. To attempt
not with that pick.
To attempt some of the shit he does in the first place, you gotta have some level of
it's that Kobe Bryant audacity to even shoot that.
Yeah, when you shoot from that far for the game, it's like you're not like you really feel like can't nobody do nothing with me. But the thing, like with Steph Curry, like I'm watching, the Warriors are great. They're all incredible. Steph Curry is the reason why all that looks like that. When he's on the court, the basketball court is bigger. Yeah, like because you have to spread out so much. Right. Past half court, we have to play defense. Yeah. Literally, he will pull it from 2 steps in half court.
And shoot it at a pretty good clip.
Shoot it at a high percentage. Yeah. I'm watching Kevin Durant get transition dunks because Steph go poke. Yeah. In transition, Steph runs 3-point line, and they say, we're going to give up a 3-point layup or a 2-point layup.
Clay spot up, they do the same thing.
And me and AC was talking about this too, and it's a weird thing, but it is 100% true. Steph Curry 3-pointers are worth more than everybody else's.
Absolutely.
Like you watch the deflation in people. When he shoot a 3, it's not the same.
Like especially like because certain guys can change the room. It's like when LeBron's in transition, he gets one of those dunks. It changes the energy in the building. That was the 8-0 run. It changes the energy in the building. Steph does, and that's the certain things too where you see the different the special guys. Like they change the energy in any building they go into.
You know what's crazy is Clay gets hot the same way.
Yeah.
Like Clay will heat up, right?
Well, Clay got a 60-point. No, Clay is 60.
Yeah, he'll heat up the same way, right? Steph, literally. Like when Steph hit 2 threes, you see everybody go, I guess the game is over now. Because he might just hit 9 more.
Steph's the reason why those games go from 5 to 14 so quickly.
And the biggest difference is when Clay is doing it, he has to have somebody get on the ball.
Because if we're not talking about off the bounce, Clay shoots it as good, if not better than Steph. Steph's beauty is the shit he can do off the bounce.
I always been Clay in the 3-point contest because that shit where you just catch it and like that.
Both. You're talking about being on the ball and he could just dance you and shoot. Yeah. Or he could screen roll you and shoot. Or he can be off the ball, run off like Clay and catch. It's like
and he can pass.
And he can pass with both hands, and he can finish and run with both hands.
That's what I'm saying. So like one thing with Steph, like he gets to the basket and can finish. It's good. I mean, Kyrie, I can't say he's better than Kyrie with it, but
he ain't better than Kyrie with it. But
it's special. I mean, he shoots that shit off the top of the square.
Yeah,
unbelievable player, and he's like an anomaly. He's nothing. He's like nothing.
What do y'all think of Trae Young?
We'll see.
I'm not. Trae Young. I watched this whole game yesterday. I think he's gonna be he is a phenomenal college basketball player. Yeah. I don't see a great NBA translation as far as being an elite player.
Yeah.
Like people think he's coming. Not to say he can't come in and be good. He's not, I don't think he does not shoot. I mean, he'll pull like Steph. Yeah. He does not shoot like Steph.
Right.
I think one of his best attributes is that he has crazy ass vision.
Yeah.
Like crazy. That shit.
He don't shoot like. You know who shoot like Steph? Jesus.
But people, like the
his comparison,
his comparison
Steph.
Steph.
Yeah.
But in order to be
see the
Steph,
game.
to get off, you have to be able to shoot at a.
Well, I was watching.
You got to be able to do some crazy shit.
He does Steph Curry drills. The guys watching the drills, like he does those crazy pull drill, and it's like, but that's the new generation of basketball.
So I only watched one game of him. I watched the game against West Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't play.
He didn't play well against West Virginia.
I don't like
they played West Virginia yesterday too, though, and he played better.
Okay.
Yeah.
They lost though.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Huggins wasn't having it.
We'll see what happens. I think the good thing that's happening for him, like a lot of players, like Eddie House.
That's why I brought up. That's funny. Go ahead. Get your point off. Though.
10 years too early.
Dog, Eddie House would have done this, but better.
Yeah.
If he could have done that, Eddie House would have done that. And once again, that's why I say Trae Young is a kind of special because Eddie House couldn't pass like that.
Right.
And Trae Young really makes passes. You'd be like, damn, he saw that? That was crazy.
Yeah.
Even at the end of the game when they lost, they made this one wraparound pass. That was like, that shit's crazy. But Eddie House could have filled that shit up like that. I saw that nigga hit 60 against Cal on a Sunday.
Yeah.
He could have done that offensively. They just didn't let you do that back then.
So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm always rooting for him. It's hard to pick college. Like, you be watching it, and then it'd be like, because it's a whole nother basketball game. And
but it's crazy. He plays it like the NBA.
But it ain't about playing like the NBA. You have to have that level of opportunity.
That's what I'm saying. He does.
Which is
No, I'm talking about in the NBA.
Right, but what I'm saying is his style of play. A lot of times you got to see about translation. But he dribbles around that shit like he don't play college basketball. He plays NBA basketball in college.
And this is really crazy too. You don't even as great like even Eddie House at the 60 game. Like you rarely 40-point games in college basketball are fun. Like to get him.
Games aren't even long enough.
Right, exactly. So they're gonna get him this routinely. That's
when you
he's a great college basketball.
I'll be watching it. And the NBA is
and they'll be out early in the tournament.
The NBA, they're not going to do nothing from what I've seen. But college basketball is just funny. You get the right matchup and you in the Elite Eight all of a sudden.
Hella boring. College basketball is trash.
I love college basketball.
So what's your favorite kind of slave movie?
I knew we watched this Trae Young nigga CD about.
I forgot what I was saying. But what I was saying, hey, when you watch the NBA just in general, you just watch a bunch of dudes that can get off. They just don't got the opportunity.
Right.
NBA put you in a role. They put you in a box and say, this is what you do now. Yeah. Like you watch cats in college who used to shoot the lights out. Dennis Rodman averaged 25 in college. Yeah. It's just weird. They turn you into something else. Like that's
who's the? Isn't
you have I mean that.
Didn't Kurt Thomas lead the country in scoring?
Yeah,
Thomas scored.
Yeah, he led the nation in rebounding.
8 points per game got in the NBA. Like
yeah,
or even somebody like Bruce Bowen, another example. At Fullerton, averaged like dub.
Yeah, it's you know what I mean.
They just turned their back on him when he shot.
Now you just stand in the short corner nigga and relax.
I mean, your role change. It's like if you want to stay around here. You gotta go play defense.
Hurt a couple niggas and stand in that short corner.
Step on karate kick Ray Allen.
Nah, it was Zerbiak.
Oh, that was Wally Zerbiak. He stepped on Ray Allen.
He stepped under him all the time. He would always put his foot under.
That's some fuck shit. I like Bruce Bowen.
I just don't watch some basketball. All right, we gotta go, man.
Big ass bow tie.
Bruce Bowen was fun to watch. I like Bruce Bowen.
Bowen was fun to watch. On that note, thank y'all.
That is crazy.
I'm saying oatmeal was fun to eat.
Yeah.
Oatmeal's gross.
Bruce Bowen was fun to watch. All right, man. Thank y'all. We'll be back next week, man. Game 4.
Yep.
Drugs in the black community. Brixx.
Hold on. I really do got that.